Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? It's Casual706 here with another Transformers unboxing slash review. Today I have Transformers Combiner Wars Brawl. Now, Brawl is actually one of the Combaticons, the 5 robots that join together to form the Gestalt known as Bruticus. This is just one of the guys. He's actually one of the limbs. I got my order from Big Bad Toy Store, so I figured I'd go ahead and open this guy to let you see what the toy looks like and see what's going on with it. So as we see, typical Combiner Wars packaging, combined form. We got the actual figure here, a depiction of him in his tank mode, his name down here at the bottom left hand corner, of course, and these toys are being packaged with a comic book in the background. You see that right there in the back. It's just got artwork of Brawl with his hands put together like he's thinking about some menacing plot or something. On the side of the package, they're going to show Bruticus, his combined form. That's going to be Onslaught, that's Blast Off, and Vortex, excuse me. Then we got an art depiction down here of Bruticus. And on the back of the package, we have more depictions of the toy, holding a gun there, picture of him in his tank mode. And it looks like it's going to be about 14 steps to transform him from tank into robot and vice versa. Up in the top right-hand corner here, we have another like rough sketch of Bruticus with Brawl as the leg here for his Gestalt mode, and we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breakdown of the Combaticons right here. Now in the top left-hand corner of the package, there is a small bio. The bio reads, "Some bots suffer from blind rage. Brawl is not one of those bots. His rage is laser focused. It's the fuel that powers his destructive fury, and the angrier he gets, the better he is in combat." So he sounds like he's a brawler that when he gets pissed off is a problem for everybody else. Alright, so since we've taken a look at the packaging and read the little bio in the corner, I'm going to go ahead and open this guy so we can take a look at the figure. Be right back. Alright, so we got this guy out of the package now. I'm going to go ahead and, the toy is going to come packaged with a comic book here, just like most of the Combiner Wars toys do. Again, it's just got the artwork depicting Brawl with his hands together on the front, thinking about something, and on the back we've got the same depictions of the toy, the robot in the tank mode that was on the packaging. There's going to be an extended bio here on the right hand side. If you want to read that, you're going to have to pause the video or pick the toy up yourself so you can read the comic. I'm not going to read the comic to you either, so I'm going to go ahead and tuck that off to the side. Then of course we get instruction booklets. Now, one thing I'm noticing with this wave, which I believe is wave 6, is that the instruction booklets aren't glossy or laminated anymore like they used to. They're going with a straight paper, kind of paper base here. On the front here, they show him in his robot mode, and we'll fan it by real quick here. They're actually really long. So on this side here, they're just showing how to turn him from his robot to his tank mode. And then they're showing down on the latter end, they're showing how to turn him from the tank to the robot mode. And that's basically the end of that side. The instructions are actually dual-sided. So across this other side, they're going to show Bruticus. The little purple highlighted area there is Brawl as a leg for Bruticus. And down along here, they're going to show you how you transform Brawl into one of the limbs for Bruticus. So you see we can do him as an arm or as a leg for Bruticus. Alright, so now that we've seen the instructions, we get to the good part. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the toy. So as we see here, Brawl looks pretty badass. I'm actually, this is going to be a new mold for Hasbro. Most of the Combiner Wars are just like repaints of former toys that came out. So this is actually a totally new mold for the Combiner Wars series. I imagine we'll probably start seeing more tank characters. You know, they'll start repainting it to do other characters that were tanks, basically. Maybe we'll see Megatron, or I don't know. So with the toy, of course, they're coming packaged with, or this guy's coming packaged with 2 weapons. This is actually going to be his handgun here. The handgun, of course, would go in his hand for display like that. And I also believe that it's going to be dually. Yeah, it's going to. His gun is going to become the tank barrel in the tank mode. So that's what that is. And they're also coming packaged with these hand/foot blasters. That's right here. It's kind of the same as the Wave 6 with the Autobots, with Mirage and Prowl and all of them. They're not quite as glossy, but it's still kind of the same gray color. So that's what you get there as far as that. Now they turn into hands and they turn into feet. So that's going to be the hand mode there. That's going to be a foot mode like that. And that's, you know, they can also hold them as blasters like that. It actually may be kind of difficult to, or you could put it on the side of his arm if you wanted to. There's a little tab there on the side, so you could do like Megatron, have a little side blaster. So we're actually going to tuck these off to the side for the time being. And I was wanting to do a quick comparison with the original Brawl. So there we see him with original Brawl. I'll bring him a little closer here. The face sculpts are actually really similar. The position of the Decepticon symbol would kind of be similar, though, be it smaller on the newer one. And just way more articulation. These are from the 80s, and they really didn't have a wide range of motion or anything. But you see, they did try to stay close to the original toy at least, so they do look very similar. Treads are still on the arms and legs and all of that. So just thought it'd be kind of cool to compare him to his G1 counterpart. That one, the gun didn't come off of the G1 back, but I suppose. Alright, so we're gonna tuck him off to the side, at least till we get to the tank mode, and we might take another look at him. But we're gonna talk about the articulation with this guy. Alright, so articulation wise, let's see if I can get him back together tightly here. I don't know, something's up with the chest and hip section. Alright, so articulation wise, the head is going to rotate 360 degrees. You're not going to get extremely high with these, or actually there is like a little pivot to it, so you could do like high shoulders if you wanted to on them, or you can kind of come down to make them more normal size shoulders. You're not going to get real high up there. You will be able to get 360 degrees of motion out of the shoulder arm region. The elbow, of course, is going to bend and move like that. You can get 360 degrees out of the elbow. Hand is going to have no articulation at all. Same thing with the other side. You'll be able to raise it up or lower it down like that. You can kind of get up about that far. And you can, of course, rotate it 360 degrees. The elbow will also rotate around on this one, as well as have a forward and downward motion like that. And this hand is going to have no articulation either. Now at the leg, there's actually some swivel on the like waist section, so you can actually kind of have him turning sideways if you wanted to, like that. Now at the legs are going to come up pretty high. At the hip, you'll be able to rotate 360 degrees. The thigh, again, is going to have a rotating point that you can rotate 360 degrees. And of course, he's going to have a knee joint there. And also down at the foot, in case you want to do some wide leg poses or anything, the foot also kind of pivots around and moves, so you can kind of get some cooler poses you could do, you know, just kind of pivot them so you can have a like wide leg stance. The other leg is going to do basically the same thing. You have 360 degrees of rotation at the hip up there. The thigh is going to have another rotating point, 360 degrees. Knee is going to be able to bend like that, and this foot will also have a little play to it that you can bend it around. With the original toy, you did not have that range of motion, so this is a gladly accepted upgrade to the old toy. Alright, so since we've taken a look at the figure, we'll show you all around him, even though I did that with the G1 toy. I think he looks pretty cool. He's not the same shade of color as the original Brawl, so that's a little bit of a complaint, but I don't know, this is a more typically used military color. It's a little more brown this go around, but I'm sure we can count on Hasbro to give us a repaint that'll be exactly like him and probably cost $30 or $40. So, alright, so since we've taken a look at the robot mode there and the articulation and all, we're going to go ahead and transform this guy. So the first thing that we are going to do is easy, of course. We're going to put the little tank barrel back here. You know, snap it into place. You got a little circly area right up in there. You'll go ahead and stick the tank barrel in there. Alright, so the next thing, I accidentally did it. You're going to fold the head back into there, and this chest section is going to lift up like that. So you end up with it kind of like this. Alright, and then the next thing that we're going to do is straighten out the arms to do the, let's see, yeah, we're going to straighten out the arms to kind of fit in to the sides like that. Just clicking them in. You're just going to push them in to the sides. Then the legs, I believe, let's see. So we're gonna have to flip them over. So, nope, actually, since that right here, the hip is gonna pivot around. So you're at this point right now with him. You're actually gonna swivel this waist around like that. And, yep, all right, and the arms, you're gonna fold those down like that to click into the side there. Same thing with the other side, you're gonna fold it down like that. And then this hip section is actually gonna push in kind of and go forward. So we're halfway there. I gotta figure out how to make these legs shorter though. It isn't really. Let's see, so we're going to be at standstill right there real quick. Alright, so I swiveled the, There we go. As I thought, you may have to get these arms out of the way. It might be easier to do this, but the legs will actually separate kind of like that, and should kind of push forward. Oh, it's dually jointed here. Okay. Yep. Like that. So the I messed up on the other leg, it popped out. Gonna open up this arm again to get it out of the way. And put the leg back. Alright, so the leg will actually separate from the side here. You kind of push it forward. So it's going to go like that. And then they'll just all tab together here. And mine's a little stiff, we have to push it all together. There we go. Alright. So we got Brawl there in his tank mode, and we'll go ahead and do the G1 toy real quick so you can get a comparison of them in their tank modes. So it's like that. Alright, so there we go. We got them side by side. As you can see, they are very similar again. Like that, just a variation in the color that I'm sure we can count on Hasbro later. And the back side. So that's how that is. Now since the table is that color, I'm gonna hold it up a little closer. There's the back end, the other side, the front here, and that side. So all in all, tank mode looks pretty cool. And there's a couple of peggable options on the sides here at the top, and you got this side, the top, and this side. And you can just kind of, if you wanted to, this little hand you could display on top of there as a cannon, like that. Or you could kind of work it into the side. I think it's going to be too big and it'll probably hamper movement, but you always can put it on the side. So I'm going to put that off to the side here real quick, and I'm going to put the G1 off to the side. Alright, so we're actually going to go ahead and do the transformation real quick. So we're going to show you how to do him as a Just-Alt. So first thing you'll do is this tank barrel here up front is going to move forward like that. Then the let's see, we're going to separate the legs again, kind of pull them back out here. And that's going to be like that. But we'll have to tab them back together here so that they're solid. Then the actual connector piece is going to be up top here. We'll flip that out, and that's going to be the connector there. Let me see, right up at the top, that's the connector for the arm mode. So mine actually keeps kind of coming loose here. There we go. I guess like that. And then the arms, we're going to want to pull those out, and they're just going to kind of go to the back side here to get out of the way. So we'll do like that, and then we'll fold that up. So it's just like that. And then for elbow motion, it actually probably go this way like that, yeah. And last but not least, the little tab on the bottom here will stick that in. Ooh, mine is actually really loose. We're gonna stick that in, pull the little fingers out here, and put the thumb. So if you wanted him to be a left arm, that's what you get. But hold on, the arms actually go back so you don't hamper his arm movement. Mine's a little funky here. Alright, so that's what you end up with for a arm for Bruticus. And then you can actually keep it like kind of like that so that you have an elbow for the toy. So that's going to be his arm mode right there. Alright, now to do the leg mode is going to be super easy. We're just going to put him all back together kind of like a tank, like he was. We'll swivel this up. swivel the hip back around to the front side, and we're basically trying to get him back to his tank mode here, like that. We're just gonna get him back to his tank mode and keep the little tab out. So I've gotta raise that up, snap them all back together, put that arm there, close them up, and I believe we put the tank turret back down for that, and we put the little pedestal in foot mode. Then at the bottom of the toy, right back in the peg, you put that in. So that's how Hasbro is doing Brawl as a leg for Bruticus. Me personally, I actually do a little twist to it. I like to stretch them on out here. It gives them a little more height. So I will probably be I'll do Bruticus's leg like that, since Brawl was the leg for Bruticus. So that will conclude my unboxing / review of Transformers Combiner Wars Brawl. I thank you guys for tuning in to another one of my Transformer unboxing / reviews. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned to it in the near future for more unboxing videos. Again, appreciate the view, guys. Casual 706 out.